Yes, people, myself, TS, welcome back, or welcome to NFT, No Filter TS, same as TS Talks, just a name change to the pod. And yeah, man, my topic for today is in regards to Newcastle United. Obviously, if you're a football fan, or in general, it's been a big news topic. Obviously, they're being taken over by the Saudis, and it's a massive news for them. These guys, was it Mohammed bin Salman, estimated to be worth around 320 billion. So that's like 10 times more than the man there at Man City. And we've seen how Man City have come in and kind of not even kind of how they've transformed that team to being one of the better teams within the Premier League. And we all know in due time that's Newcastle's aims, to be one of the better teams in the Prem easily within the next 3 to 4 years. And I'm two sides to this. Part of me is happy for Newcastle. I've seen a lot of the complaints the fans have had with the likes of Mike Ashley for many years. And it's going to be a good opportunity for them. Obviously, they'll have to do things somewhat within the financial constraints and the financial fair play rules. But let's not be silly. It's not like they're going to go out there in the next window and just spend 30-40 million. Their money will be spent adequately, and their squad will be getting properly improved in due time. And give them 3 seasons, and they definitely, if not be challenging for top four, be challenging for the league easy. A lot of the talk at the moment is in regards to Steve Bruce. At the time of recording this, he is still in the job, but the talk is that he's not going to make his 1,000th game and he's going to get the sack. And truth be told, the talk is that he's estimated to get an 8 million payoff. He knows he's getting sacked sooner or later. If I was due to get 8 million payoff, well, I just tell these man, look, man, whenever you want to sack me, just drop me a text message, bro. I'm cool. Just make sure the money hits my Halifax, and yeah, all sweet, mate. So. For Bruce, he knows his time at the club is, his days are numbered, and he said that as soon as the deal was done, he knew what to expect, and you can't blame him. The club's going in a new direction, a direction to transform them to one of the better clubs in the world, and to become one of the better footballing clubs in the world, you need a manager capable of doing that. And unfortunately, Brucey ain't the man. But with the amount of money they're going to have now, they'll be able to attract top quality players, not straight away, but players of a better quality to come to Newcastle, and a coach of a better quality to come to Newcastle. I see people talking about the likes of Brendan Rodgers. Again, I doubt he would leave Leicester at this moment in time. But maybe someone like a Graham Potter, no disrespect to Brighton, but they haven't really got much funds. Potter seems to be doing a decent job there. He could probably come to Newcastle and poach a couple of his players from Brighton. You look at the likes of as a Lamptey, as an example, someone to come in at right back. He'd be part of the homegrown quota as well. Even if he could. Well, I don't really want to talk about Basuma because he's got a case at the moment. We'll see what happens with that. But Brighton's got some decent players. Ty's best friend Mopai. I don't think he'd be the guy to really bolster Newcastle's attack. But he's again another decent player. But for Newcastle, there's players out there that. Straight away they can go out there and attract, and it will improve their current side. Defensive wise, think about, although I just mentioned Lamptey, you've got the likes of Max Aarons as another right back option. Obviously left back they've got Jamal Lewis. Centre halves they got the Cells. At the moment I don't know their team off the top of my head, but Even someone like a John Stones as an example, a Tarkowski. Obviously, Stones at City. Um, you know, you could probably get Stones, a Tarkowski. You could get him. Maybe you go to Everton and put some money on the table for a Ben Godfrey or Michael Keane. He's a man that might see the vision and say, oh, okay, yeah, I can run with this for the next couple of years or so. You're looking into midfield. Obviously, I just mentioned about Basuma, but you got players like Calvin Phillips, Ward Prowse, Ross Barkley, Loftus Cheek, Cantwell, players that would improve the attacking line. And I've mentioned these players first because they're homegrown players, and obviously as much as you might have the multi-millions and you need to improve your squad and whatnot. I know for the Premier League ruling there is a certain amount of homegrown players that you need to have within the side. But even if they didn't look like at players that's homegrown, you got the likes of Awar at Lyon, who in the summer was talks that he's able to go for around 25 million. You've got Donny van der Beek at United, who can't get any minutes. Again, another opportunity of a player to potentially bring to Newcastle, easily improves that midfield. Another United player, Jesse Lingard, at one point we're thinking he's going to go back to West Ham, hasn't happened. I'm sure Newcastle put the right money on the table. He might be willing to go to Newcastle and go for the opportunity. And then you look at the attacking wise. Raheem Sterling, it's all this talk about his future at City at the moment. Maybe he might be interested in a move to Newcastle. Back to United again, you've got the likes of Martial. There's talks about him already. Even Lacazette at Arsenal, last 6 months of his deal. They could go to Arsenal in January and say, look, we'll pay you 12 million for Lacazette. I'm sure Eddie and that will say, yeah, we'll take it, and send him up the motorway. I know Newcastle so far, they don't even know which motorway it is. I think it's all the way up the A1 or something. But there's players that Newcastle can go out there and instantly sign that better the squad. You got Ismail Assar from Watford, Zaha. Right now, I don't think a Calvert-Lewin would make that move, but who knows? At the end of the day, in this thing, money talks, innit? And you put the right money on the table, man are willing to make that step and make that move. And for clubs like Arsenal, Tottenham, especially Arsenal's me being an Arsenal fan, it's all good talking about the project, the process, and all this stuff, but you need to get your act together now, because you've got 2 to 3 years to kind of get on your game, or Newcastle will come and say, oh, you know what? Yeah, we like Saka. He's doing really good. So hear this. We'll just drop 160 on you for Saka. And as much as people might say, oh, Saka, he loves the club and whatnot. I think for fees around 160, 170, and maybe some crazy wages of maybe $250,000 a week. I'm sure both club and player come to a stage and it's like, oh, you know what, the project over here is looking a bit more appealing. Then at Arsenal, again the same goes for the likes of Smith Rowe. We've got Martinelli, who who's fit and can't get game time. So, it's definitely worrying times for a lot of the other Premier League teams that's trying to get themselves in and around that top 4. And all it means is that you best get on your A game with your project process, your plan, and try and execute that quickly within the next 12 to 18 months. Otherwise, you're going to be left behind again. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it all. I'll be grateful to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. If you listen on the YouTube, obviously if you listen on the Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or any of the other podcast sites, then hit me up on the Instagram. Instagram's still the same, @tstalks_. And yeah, I feel interested to get your thoughts on it. And if you haven't already done so on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button now, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.